Welcome to the Le Twins Inspired Podcast. I am Claudia, and this is a place where we gather stories about our favorite artists, Le Twins, to talk about how they have impacted our personal life and culture at large. Today's episode is the second part of my conversation with Tonya from Magical Le Twins. She's a news anchor and a moderator, and in this second part, Tonya is talking about the many experiences that she has had over the years attending countless The Twins workshops and events. She's gonna touch on attending Juste Debout in Paris in 2019, one of her favorite workshops in Las Vegas also in 2019, and the most recent workshops from this year in Houston and Dallas. So stick around for some really good positive energy. It's a really feel-good episode. I've enjoyed it immensely, and I hope you do too. To support the podcast, please like, subscribe, leave me a comment if you like this episode or any thoughts that you have about this episode. Anything like that helps this podcast grow. So thank you so much for your support. And now here's my conversation with Tonya. That you went to Juste Debout? When was that?
Oh, I don't even remember what year it was. I'm thinking it was 2019, 2018.
Okay, so a while ago.
2019, yes, it was a while ago. And I've only been once, and that was in Paris. And they did not win. But when they ran out on stage, the crowd went bananas.
And there's that insane moment that is just burnt in my brain of the two of them dancing together.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
so why do you say it's burning your brain? What about it?
Because it is just Ron doing specific expressions in his face as he's dancing, and you just like feel it completely in your body. Like he's feeling what you're feeling, what he's feeling, and it's just like he's like in his world, and you're like, and you get to experience it, and it's just like to me that's like what dance really is.
Yes.
And I get that a lot when I watch them dancing, but I remember that specific one, the first time that I saw it, it took me a while to like come back to my senses.
Yeah.
Because they were just like, the two of them were so in tune, and I was like, whoa, like I just want to live in this energy.
Yes. And I love your reaction to it, and I love other people's reaction, like my friend sobbing her eyes out, or when they walk into a workshop and everybody just screams, especially if I remember that the first one I went to in Baltimore, in Atlanta, Lowe's hair was all braided up so he could do the little hair flip, which was amazing. Yes. But then the very next month, he had taken the braids out. He had taken them down. And so he had this mane like a lion. He comes in the door and his afro hits the top of the door. That's how tall they are, So the top of his afro, he has to bend down a little bit because it hit. Yeah. And I got some video of him he went over to one of the dancers in his group, and he's like, you got to feel it. He was telling her, like, you got to feel it in here. Don't try to do it just like me. Just feel it and do it. And I got the video and I sent it to her. She was like, will you send that to me? I was like, of course. Because it was so beautiful. Because it was like he just kind of honed in on her, and he said, this is what you need to do. And I can only imagine being a dancer or aspiring to be a great dancer and having someone like him walk over to you and take that few seconds to just, instruct you and say, I see something in you. You just got to let it out. And the smile on her face when he walked away, she was like, oh my God. And I got it on video. So it was in, I want to say Philadelphia, New Jersey. I can't remember, but it was before the workshop. We had a meet and greet. So I videoed my girlfriend going up there, and she was like, oh my gosh. And they both hugged her at the same time. That never happens for me. They had a little thing where if I hugged one first, the other one would act like they were mad about it. Like, oh, you picked him over me, So I go up to Larry first, just because. I don't know why. I just went to him first. He had on a yellow top or something that kind of drew my attention to him. So I go to him, and he hugs me for a long time. Like he doesn't let go. Like I felt like my oldest son is like their age. It felt like a real, like a mommy son thing. It was warm, and I was standing and he was sitting. So his head was like right there, and it was just like a really sweet rocking back and forth. Meanwhile, I did not know this because I'm hugging Larry. Lo is over there like fluttering his hands like, oh, I can't wait for her to give me a hug, and I can't wait for, but it took a long time. So he was like, well, I'm going to go. I guess she doesn't. I guess I'm just chopped liver over here. And so when I go to hug him, he just goes, no, like a little spoiled brat. It was adorable. He's like, no. And so I sit there and I take a picture, which is my profile picture on my page.
Yeah.
Magical Lay Twins. Yeah. So that's the picture. Like Larry does like a little like a little twerk or something. It's hilarious. It's like a whole circus up there. It's crazy. And so then I got them to sign a little jacket that I had. And then when I got up, I was like, oh, Lo, don't be mad at me. And I just gave him like a little kiss on the cheek. Like, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were that. Like, I've never seen him act anxious. Yeah, I've never seen him like act that way, like he wants to hug somebody. I hadn't even seen that yet when I went back over, when somebody showed me the video. You wait until you see this video. It's adorable. So I kiss. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. So as soon as I walk away, he wipes the kiss off like a little toddler or something. It is the cutest thing you have ever seen in your life. I was like, you gotta be kidding. Yes, he's like 35 years old and he's like this. No, I don't want your kisses. Like, you hugged him too long and I don't want your kisses. It was so funny. Oh my gosh. They're very competitive and they're very funny. I wish they would. I wish they would do another movie where they would get to act and they would get to be funny. Like, because they're genuinely funny, smart guys.
Hilarious.
Yes, they really are. Yeah. And it's so natural for them. It just comes so naturally for them. They're just characters. They really are. I can't remember how many. I tried to count them up, in preparation.
How many workshops?
And I lost count. I can't remember.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah,
I would like to be in that position.
And you will be. You will be. But I'm telling you, if you go to one, it is unforgettable. Like, I love being in Paris for Juste Debout because I'm from a little small town in Alabama, right? I mean, like tiny town. And in the southern part of the United States, Alabama is.
Yeah.
And to be sitting there on the Champs-Élysées eating macarons and chasing it down with champagne, I'm going, what? Is this my life? Are you kidding me right now?
I love that.
But this is actually
a theme that a lot of people, especially not only Americans, even people in Europe, like saying how going to their workshops, it kind of like makes you go out of your bubble because you have to travel. And so whether like there's plenty of people who travel for the first time by themselves to go see them. Never happened before. And like it's I love that. They're just like expanding your realm of what is possible for you to experience. It's like a really a common thing.
It really is. It really is. And I love talking to other people who get it. Because I remember back in 2017 when I first started following them and I was watching videos, I was telling my dad about it. I was telling my sister and my coworkers, and have you seen these guys? Watch this. And they were like, girl, I don't want to watch that. They didn't get it. And
not everybody does.
Sometimes they did, but not to the level that I did. I mean, I was telling my granddaughters about it and they loved them. My daughter-in-law, she was looking at, I was like, yeah, aren't they gorgeous? It was like, yeah, they are. And they loved them because of Beyonce. They knew them already. I didn't know who they were. Yeah, I didn't know them at all. Yeah. And I had seen Run the World. I had seen the video. I had seen the Pepsi commercial. I had seen, but they never just jumped out at me. It just never happened until until they did that audition, and Lo in those white jeans. Who could forget that? That was crazy. So
the white jeans. Yeah.
The white jeans.
It's true. It's like when they stand out, it's almost like when they have the cameras just for themselves is a whole different thing. That's why
Yeah.
I wish like they could tour just them,
Yeah.
like to do a show just them.
Yeah, yeah. They kind of they when they were on tour with her in 2019, every city that Beyonce stopped in, they did a workshop. So they would do
Yeah.
like a workshop the day before, and I mean I
Yeah.
was at every one. I don't think I missed one of them.
Really?
I
Oh,
no.
wow. That's so
In fact,
cool.
what's so crazy is they did one in LA on a Friday. I had to do a thing here in Alabama on Saturday. So I flew to LA, flew back to Alabama on Saturday and did my thing, had to MC a program or speak somewhere or something. I can't remember. And then I flew back out to Vegas for their Sunday workshop. And everybody who has seen that Vegas 2019 workshop, there are maybe 25, 30 people there, maybe.
Wow.
And so it felt like we had them all to ourselves. So it was so worth it. If I hadn't been at that one, I would have been so mad. But I flew all the way back out there and it was so worth it. Oh, that was such a good workshop. It was so good. Oh, it was so
good. What's the difference, or how, like in your experience, when you go to a big workshop with 1,000 people or a little, like more intimate one? Is that like a difference in the experience with them?
Yeah, there's a difference in that when there are a lot of dancers there, they want to give them an opportunity to dance. So they're in the cypher and doing their thing, and then the twins will come back in, when it feels right, when it feels like okay, or it's a song that they really like and they can't not dance to it. So then they'll do that. But when it's a small crowd like that, you see a lot more of them dancing. So that's how it was in Vegas. It was a lot more of them. And there was a song, I can't remember who the artist was, but it was called Unforgettable. And when Larry danced to that song in Vegas, he shut it down. It is literally, it's so crazy that the song is called Unforgettable because it was.
It's exactly what it was.
He just had so much fun with it. But also they get to interact with the participants more. So if they have, say, like that in Atlanta, where there were like 200 people in each one of their groups, as opposed to 20 people, you get to connect with them more. So again, I'm always a spectator. So just to see them make that connection with those dancers who just are having an existential out of body experience dancing with these guys, that they can go over and stand next to them and say, see, do it like this, as opposed to if it's 200 people, you can't really see who needs a little one-on-one. So it's the smaller the crowd, of course, the more intimate it is. Yes, for me, as watching it, I can see that, and they just have those little moments. But in the cipher, I always try to get up front, of course, so I can see because I'm shorter than most of the people there. Of course, the dancers are want to get up front too because they want to take their opportunity to jump in the cipher and do their thing. But I've just had some wonderful moments where Larry or Lo would be dancing right in front of you, and then they'll make a move towards you. And when I'm serious, it's breathtaking. They literally will take your breath away. Because it's like all of a sudden they're over there, but then they're right there. I don't know. They're so tall and lanky and they can move so fast. And, they're over there and you're watching them over there. And then all of a sudden they do this one move and they're right in front of you. And you're like, oh my God, I can't take it. I can't take it. It's too good. It's too good. It's so good.
I love that.
Yeah. It's electric.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to ask you. Like, how do you think that impacted your life? It's just like by attending so many events, it's giving you a lot of energy, or how does that feel to you?
It's the energy and the memories. All these things that I'm able to tell you, I feel it again. It's like I'm right back there. It's
beautiful.
Yeah. And that's why I've gone to so many, because every time I go, is something. It's like this last one I went to in Houston. because I went to Dallas
Yeah.
and then I went to Houston. At the end of it, Larry played a lot of ballads, a lot of slower songs that he was dancing to. So again, I don't know what was going through his mind. I don't know if it was girlfriend issues. I don't know, but usually that's what happens. He starts playing the love songs and the, you know, but there was a moment, and I do have video because somebody's always videoing them. And he touched my arm. He touched my arm. He reached out and touched my arm. And I put my hand on top of his hand like that. And then he held my hand for a split second, and then he danced away. But it's always just a little something like that. There was a mother there with her daughters, and he danced with her, and it was just so just for her daughters to see her dance, and for her to see him dance with her daughters. I could tell that whole family's caught up now. Like they're like when I tell you it's unforgettable, they'll never forget that. So to see that they got to share that moment and see their mom dance with this gorgeous guy, and to be able to dance with him themselves, that's I don't care how much they paid for the tickets. That's worth it. You see,
because I feel like they really have this ability of creating like a perfect moment. Like I'm glad that you're using that word, because that's what I feel too. It's not a word that I usually use, but I'm like, wow, like that was perfect. That's exactly what that moment needed. Exactly, just perfect.
It is. It is. And that's the thing. Like they tell people, like, go out there, just try it. You know, they just tell them, they give them that they literally push them in the back sometime, but they will just, you know, look at them, go, you know, like, this is your chance. Get out there. You can do this. And sometimes they fall flat on their face, but at least they can say they tried it. At least they don't go home
they have
saying,
respect for that.
Yes, they really do. A friend of mine, she's an older lady, older than I am. So probably I would guess in her early 60s or something. And Lo shined a spotlight on her. He's like, look at her.
Is that Mary?
Mary, yes. He was like, look at her. She's doing it, you know?
Yeah.
So if she can do it, you can do it. And it was like, oh my gosh. I know I could just see Mary was just like, you know, that smile on her face, and she was so proud, and she loves them so much. So yeah, and then to see the young kids go, yeah, he's right. If she has the balls to do that, I should get out there and do it too. Absolutely, yeah. It's inspiring. It is inspiring. Yeah.
And I love how they prop people up like Mary. When I saw that video, I was like, oh, this is so beautiful, because that's how it should be.
It is. It is. So if anything, they've shown me the effect that you can have on people. That if you're just kind, and if you just share this gift that God gave you, because that is a gift that that God gave them, and they don't mind sharing it with us, with their fans, like, you know, even taking those pictures with us, or giving us a hug, or encouraging the dancers, or, you know, just staying a little bit later than they have to. They could jump in their black car and drive away, and, you know, and pish posh and all that, but they don't. They stand out in the parking lot sometime, and, you know, it's just, I've seen it. I've seen them share, and they're alien. I do think they're aliens. I do. They're just too tall, too gorgeous, too talented, and they can dance for 4 or 5 hours, Claudia, and they still smell so good. I don't understand it. They smell so good.
They sweat flowers.
Yes, they sweat. I'm not kidding you. They do. They really do. They smell so good. They know there's not much they can do to make us not like them. But for the most part, very kind, very charming, and loving, and very sweet. And they listen when people tell them stories, and it just matters what they do for people. I can see why Beyonce says that's my boo-boos. Like, she calls them her boo-boos. I see why. They're just, when you make that connection with them, it's done. It's done. But there is no better connection than the one they have with each other. It is the most precious thing to see.
And it's pretty special, because it's not even like, it's a twin thing, but not every twins have that.
No, they don't. It is very special. No, it's, you know, you see them with their other siblings. They obviously love their other brothers and sisters. They love other dancers, their co-workers, the judges on television. They were so cute, and you know, they just people are just drawn to them. It doesn't matter if it's in a professional setting or it's just somewhere on the street where they're just walking through an airport or something like that. People are just drawn to them, and they don't take that for granted. I just feel blessed that I've had so many opportunities too, but it's been a wonderful evolution. They have just gotten better. And I certainly hope that that we're able to see them for years to come. As long as they do workshops, I'm gonna be there. Yes.
Yeah, awesome. I love that. That's so beautiful. Yeah. And actually, before we close, I wanted to ask you: are there any highlights from this recent workshops that you have? Anything in mind?
Oh yeah, there were times when they danced together. One in particular, it was right after they split the room in half, and then Larry has his group and Lo has his group, and then they perform their routines for each other, their choreography for each other. One group does it, and then Larry will do a little freestyle at the end of his, and Lo will do a little freestyle at the end of his. At the end, this is in Dallas. This is my favorite in Dallas. Lo is on the floor, which he tends to end up on the floor. Lo loves to get down on the floor. And they start doing the thing. You know how they just kind of make each other move, or they just, I don't know how they do it. It's like a puppet master kind of thing. And it was just so, but I'm literally right here and they're right there when that's going on, and everybody's yelling and everybody's getting into it. Was so good. It's just moments like which I love watching the video, but it's nothing like being in the room.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. And I'm like, wow, like they changed my life just watching them on video. I can't even imagine seeing them in person. Like there is a life before them and after them for me.
Absolutely. Your life will never be the same after you've seen them. And I can't wait for you to get to a workshop, because
me too.
There's after workshop, there's before workshop and after workshop too. There's a saying here in the States that says, never meet your heroes. These guys never disappoint. I've been to so many workshops, the taping of the show, concerts, they never disappoint. And the reason why is their work ethic. They will give you 150%. Lo has been hurt before. Larry's been hurt before. They've had their heart broken. They're going through personal things. There are things going on in their family or their professional life. But when they come there and their fans are there waiting for them, they give it 150%. They never leave. They leave us wanting, but not because they haven't been dancing their hearts out all night. It's because we could watch them dance forever. We never want them to stop, but we get that, and they give us all of that. They give us so much. For Baltimore, it's something about the dancers and the energy there. They were so fun. They were events. That wasn't just a workshop. There were other that went along with it. It was so fun. I remember I went to see the Men in Black with them in the movie theater. They were in the theater with I know, it was great. They were sitting there. Yeah, it was like July of whatever year. I guess
2018,
2019. Yeah, I'm telling you, 2019 was a great year because they did that little tour. They were everywhere, and everywhere they went, we were right there. It was awesome. I've never seen them in Miami. I did see them in Tampa. They went to like a salsa or a samba.
Yes, I love that. Yeah.
It was so good. It was so good. And that was around their birthday, I want to say. It was in
December. Because I remember, they had a cake.
Yeah.
And they were blowing. And there's a moment where Larry says, asking, because Laurent has to blow the candle on the cake. And Laurent says, your wish is my wish. So, which I thought was.
See what I mean? So it's so good, right? And you don't forget that stuff because it's so good,
Yeah.
I've seen them standing talking to each other, and I love talking to people like you who get it.
It's always satisfying.
Yes. So you must love this podcast. This is such a great idea. You said
it's been really fun.
Yeah. How long?
The podcast has started like the beginning of last year. And it was just because I used to listen to this podcast that it was actually made by two brothers about Jack White, the musician Jack White, because I love the White Stripes. And like every 2 weeks, I think they were just sitting down and they were reviewing albums, and they started to interview his collaborators, like graphic designer, like anybody who worked with him, like doing anything, like their road manager, like, and it was so beautiful and it was so interesting.
Yeah.
Because you could really see the ecosystem around him and what he has created. And I thought, I would love to do that for the twins, also because I feel like dancers don't really get that level of recognition as full-blown artists.
I agree.
And they do. And I think it should really be documented and talked about. And, you know, that's how you create culture, really, by having people talking and sharing their experiences. And so, yeah, it has been taking time.
Yeah, and it'll grow. And just don't quit. Don't stop.
Thank you. I won't stop.
You have a wonderful energy. I hope I have to meet you at some point.
Yeah, I'd love that
I don't intend to stop going to workshops. And hey, if they have one in Australia, who knows? I might end up over there. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
So keep me posted.
Thank you.
Thank you for including me in this. It's awesome work that you're doing.
My pleasure. Absolutely.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you have any thoughts, ideas, or anything that you want to say, please let me know in the comments down below. See you all next time.